So guys, we got massive leak that changes everything, all right? This is huge regarding sales going forward in 2025. It is, of course, pertaining NIO's product cycle, the NIO brand's product cycle. We got some new leaked cars and some new leaked info that you guys must know right now. Now, on top of Firefly in March, April next year, and then Envol L70 in Q3 of next year, what about the NIO brand? Apart from the ET9, there's actually going to be NT 2.5 vehicles. Let me explain that in a bit. NT 2.5 for the 5566 cars, ET5, ET5T, ES6, and EC6. And then the ES7, EC7, ET7, and ES8 will jump straight to the NT 3.0 platform. Now, what do I mean by this? Okay, take a look at this leaked picture, all right? This is, of course, an ET5T, but it's very, very different on the inside. Inside, you got horizontal screens for the first time, and this is what the NT 2.5 means. It's going to be an update and sort of like a overhaul of the interior and the core guts of the car. So the screen is no longer vertical, it's horizontal. Thank God for that. They may also add a horizontal rear screen like the Envol L60 has. And on top of that, another big change for these NT 2.5 cars will be the fact that it will use NIO's own NX9031 chip, NIO's self-developed chip, instead of 4 NVIDIA Orin X chips. And remember, NIO CEO said they've actually paid NVIDIA so much money for these chips, and using their own chip, right, 1 equals 4, right, they only have to use one of their own NX9031 chip. They can save a whole lot of money, improve their margins by a whole lot, and you know, this is just fantastic, all right? It's their self-developed chip at the end of the day. So this is nonetheless very, very good, and we might also see some software overhaul with the car as well. But of course, this is called NT 2.5, and it's coming in mid-2025. So mid-2025, that's when you can expect the ET5, ET5T, ES6, and EC6 to launch with this update. Why is it not completely to NT 3.0? It still retains its design, right? It has the same design on the outside. It doesn't have the side lidars that the ET9 has. Also, it retains the 400-volt architecture, which is actually a good thing, guys, okay? Why is it a good thing? Even though charging speed isn't going to be improved, you still have access to all the swap stations with all the batteries. What do I mean by that is when the ET9 launches, it has this new battery pack, 100 kilowatt hour, 900 volt battery pack that not many stations will have. So you'll have a situation where with the ET9, you go to a swap station and might not actually have your battery pack at the very beginning of the year, all right? So gradually over time, this problem will get solved, but the availability of the batteries, it's still mainly the 400 volt batteries that NIO has, all right? So every swap station has 400 volt batteries. So with this update, you know, these NT 2.5 cars will still be able to swap at every single swap station throughout the country. So this is a very good advantage. So mid-2025, that's when you can expect these cars to come out with these beautiful horizontal screens and with their own NX9031 self-developed chip. And then the other cars, all right, the ES7, the ET7, ES8, these cars will be jumping straight forward to NT 3.0 from what I heard. So that just means that they're getting a complete overhaul, all right? It's like they're getting the side lidars. The entire screen, of course, is horizontal, but also the battery and whole entire voltage system, the inverter system, is going to be updated to the 900 volt architecture with faster charging, faster speeds. That also makes sense because now you have a clear distinction between the more expensive NIOs and the cheaper NIOs. Before, it was really hard to convince someone to buy ES7 compared to the ES6, most people go for the ES6, or they buy the much more expensive ES8. So you have a situation where the ES7 doesn't sell. It's the least selling car in terms of monthly deliveries. So this is really going to help them create more distinction. And of course, with the more expensive cars like the ES8, they're going to add the new revolutionary suspension in that car as well, the motorized hydraulic suspension that we've all seen on ET9 as a expensive option. So this is very nice, and this is also rumored to come out in about Q3 of this year of 2025. So that just means that not only with Onvo we're getting new products, Firefly new products, but NIO brand is also getting new products as well, getting these new refreshed 2.5 cars. And before, we were kind of worried when NIO CEO said in the future they're going to make the cars more expensive and axe off the ES6 and the ET5 and ET5T. But now they're sort of, continuing to sell these cars, but with a updated interior, updated core, updated guts of the car, and that's still going to help boost numbers going forward. So this is very, very good news, okay? I would hate to see them just directly cut that off, but this also really makes sense because right now you're at a situation where NIO's existing vehicles are still vertical screens, whereas Onvo has horizontal screens, and everybody else has pretty much horizontal screens. So, it is kind of in dire need of an update, okay? So this is definitely a very, very nice update, and a lot of people have been waiting for horizontal screens on a NIO, okay? And the big thing with price though, like of course right now NIO's doing a lot of incentives and discounts for existing cars because the NT 2.0 car has been around for a while. But with these NT 2.5 cars, they're not going to do discounts. It's going to be much more expensive compared to right now, at least, decently more expensive. So you're going to have a situation where if you want the cheaper cars, sure, you can buy the NT 2.0 car. If you want the latest car, well, you can buy the NT 2.5 car. Externally, design-wise, there's not much difference. It's just the interior of the car and the core guts of the car with NIO's own proprietary chip. And I think that also offers a lot of different performance benefits, like better autonomous driving perhaps, because that has its own better image signal processor, able to see much better in the dark, etc. So that is also a huge benefit. And that just means that going forward, NIO's target of doubling sales of 2025 is definitely achievable. Okay, it's definitely achievable with all these products lined up, right? Firefly, and then Onvo L70, ET9. ET9's not really going to boost numbers by that much, but then the NT 2.5 will definitely do a huge boost for NIO in terms of these delivery numbers. Definitely, 100%. Everybody's waiting for horizontal screen NIOs. It's finally coming, okay? Very, very exciting news, guys. I can't wait for this car to come out. And maybe a horizontal screen EC7. Oh, that's very enticing. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.